Hey, welcome back to the Homestead. Down here in the raised bed gardens, we've made some changes, some major improvements. So I wanted to get you guys all up to date as we end our winter here in Zone 10 and move towards spring. They're almost the same season around here, but there are some differences. But yeah, moving out of winter, heading to spring. We are super motivated to get this raised bed system going, especially with all the recent geopolitical events going on. There's never been a better time to plant your own garden. Just one, it's more healthy, but two, you never know what's going to happen to the supply chain right now and pricing and inflation. So never been a better time to go ahead and plant your raised garden. And so let me show you guys what we've been up to. So if you followed our channel, you know we've got our raised bed set up with a total of 8 beds, all of them 4 by 20. So what is that? 80 square feet per bed. We've got 8 of them. We've got 640 square feet of planting space. We like the raised beds, or at least I do, because it contains everything and it makes things simpler. And it keeps kids from walking through and just in general cleans it up in my view. Now some of us don't love the beds because they want to turn this whole field into a giant garden. But we're not there yet. So this is the raised bed system. These 3 are cleaned out. That's what we've been working on lately. And then if you want to turn behind me and take a look, I will just say, welcome to the jungle, because this is crazy over here. But this is the remnants of our winter garden. Unfortunately, there was a number of times where the chickens were out and we were slacking. And so some of this cabbage did get destroyed by the chickens, unfortunately. But we did eat quite a bit of it too, and the cabbage was great, and we got a good amount of broccoli and cauliflower. You can see some of these just bolted on us like crazy. So what we would do in the future is research a little better for the heat-tolerant varieties of broccoli and cauliflower, and that will work better in this region here in Zone 10. So this is just a weed patch over here with some kale that's like a year old at least. This kale just keeps on ticking. You can see it's like Dr. Seuss status, how tall it's getting with those trunks. Another empty with a little weed at the end. And then the final 2. This one's got weeds and some grains. This came from some straw that was placed out here as cover, but there was seeds in it. So it grew up some grains. Maybe we can feed those to the chickens. And then we've got the borage. I still don't know if that's how you pronounce it. But we've got the borage over here with the beautiful purple flowers. So I don't even know what we can do with this, but it's cool that it brings in pollinators. Can never have too many of those. And then we have, this is a weed bed here that's where we had our artichoke. And the problem with this section of the bed is it's far away from the front. So these are 20 footers each. So we're 60 feet plus the walkways in between, it's like 70, 75 feet. So if you go by the zone system at all, you've got your zone 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 and all that. You could actually say that those front 3 beds are zone 1 or 2, and this is zone 3. I mean, there's no way, you almost have to say that because it's just so easy to forget about the beds over here. But we're going to account for that and try to put stuff back here that doesn't need to be checked as often. And then we've got our strawberries still kicking. They got neglected for a while. Everything got crazy when the new baby came, but these are still alive. So we're pretty stoked. You can see in the middle. Hang on a second. Look at that. Oh, somebody bit into that. Who done it? But anyways, you can see I've got a new irrigation system. So before we had this, I missed one, but I gotta pull all these out. These are 1/4-inch drip lines with an emitter every about 6 inches, maybe 8 inches. That's been swapped over to a 1/2-inch drip hose with 3 sprayers. And so I just think that's a good way to try for these strawberries in the meantime. I don't think they were getting enough water off those 1/4-inch drippers. Let me go ahead now and turn the system on and then show you guys how it's working. There we go. Look at the beauty of this. So it's basically kind of a sprinkler system for the strawberries. Couldn't be more happy about this system. So it just shows you the versatility here. You can put them directly on the line, or you can get stakes and put them off the line. You can do bubblers, drippers, sprayers, just a lot of options. So this is working out great so far. All right, so now we're over here to these beds that just been sowed with peas and green beans. We got Lincoln peas in this bed, and the left side of this bed, the right side of this is Greasy Grits green beans. So we'll see how these come up. They were a little bit older seeds, so hopefully they do okay, but we'll keep you updated. So here's the new drip system. You saw the other one that's spraying the tomatoes, and this is kind of the main way we're gonna do it on the rows for the just ordinary crops, but stuff that runs in a row as opposed to the bunches of strawberries. So these are on a 9-inch spread about, and so I upgraded this system. This is the 3/4-inch main line, and then a 1/2-inch line up, over, down, and across to this drip soaker kind of hose, 9-inch spacing. And then I've got this other pipe runs across, same thing, down and over. So this is a major improvement over what we had. This is what it was like before, 3/4-inch main line, and then a connector there, poke through, put the connector kind of barbed on each side, and then run a 1/4-inch hose up, run an elbow. As you can see, it broke. Part of the reason I don't like these little 1/4-inch fittings break easy. But yeah, then an elbow there and run a 1/4-inch drip line out there. And the 1/4-inch stuff, it just breaks easy, it tears easy. It just doesn't do as good of a job. So I don't like it. And the other thing is, these poked through fittings always leak. It's just annoying. They're constantly leaking, or they're popping out, or you rip some weeds out and one of them accidentally gets damaged. So inferior system. So we've moved on from that. These aren't perfect, like some of these little fittings, not this one, but some of them will drip a little. It's a tiny bit there. The brown pipe and the black pipe are two different sizes, so this fitting didn't work with the black. The black was too big, so it leaked out. So that's why I got these for the transition of these two. They're both 1/2-inch drip, but they're not exactly the same, so it leaked a little. But overall, it's a drastic improvement over the old system. Now I'll spin around here and show you. So the rest of the beds are prepped out with a stubbed up fitting and bent over. So I can pull this off, and then that comes up, put an elbow and go over, and I can do whatever I want in these beds. So that gives us a lot of flexibility. Can run however many lines we want. You can run a main line and then sprayers off of it. Just endless options. So we're really stoked on this way we've set this up. All right, so that's it for this one. Major improvements. We're really going to try and ramp up these raised beds here coming into spring. We hope you follow along. Please subscribe to the channel. Give us a big thumbs up. Hit the bell so you can get all the notifications on this channel. Once again, thanks for stopping by. Love to have you here. We'll see you on the next one.